Cancer, you've learned some really tough lessons this past year. You know, your biggest fault has always been giving too much, giving the shirt off your back. And this has gone on for so long now, you've just been left with nothing. More from an emotional perspective. But it's like this over-empathetic, over-compassionate way of living has just turned out to be to your detriment. 9 of Wands. You see this now, though. You see it right before the 10. Right before another cycle of it was going to start. Because it's like Groundhog Day, if you guys have ever seen that movie. I always reference this movie. It's like when he wakes up and he's starting the cycle over again, the day over again. It's like when he first wakes up, it's like he doesn't really remember, but then he starts to kind of remember, I think, as he goes through it each time. But it's like that. It takes you time to remember. As soon as you hit that 10 and the 1, boom, you're back in the cycle. But here you are at the 9. You've stopped. You're like, okay, I see it now. I'm not going to let this happen. Four of Wands. You see the pattern. And it's scary. It's like a horror movie when you see these patterns that you've been stuck in, and you wonder like how you could be stuck in something like that, like how you didn't see it before. 5 of Swords. It's because you didn't turn around to take a look at what was actually creeping up behind you the whole time. It's like this entity has been following you around. And it shows itself through different people, events. Could even be family members. But it's like an energy signature that shows up to take advantage of Cancer. Magician. You see it. You're manifesting something new. Nine of Swords. The realization that you've been in your head about this one thing, and it's seeped into every area of your life in the forms of people, events. But it comes down to one type of energy signature. And it's one learned behavior that you picked up along the way, probably from an adult, somebody of influence in your life. They just kind of pass down some really sort of crappy behavioral pattern that does not work in 2021. Maybe it worked in 1875 and it's been passed down from generation to generation, these learnt behavioral patterns, and now it's hit a wall with you, and you realize there needs to be transformation. So you transform. Because now you see the value, King of Pentacles, in doing so. To shift all that energy that you spent on other people who aren't even around anymore. Just see, but what the problem is here, and this is where the lesson is, you feel badly done by. This situation actually victimized you. It turned you into a victim without you even knowing it. You do have a right to feel that way. But you need to grow past it, because that's where the lesson is. Once you grow past that, therein lies the work, and there is the lesson on the other side. And you will never allow yourself to be in a position to do that ever again. You'll approach things in a more loving manner. Maybe as opposed to solving a solution for everybody and everything around you by means of materialism, you'll use the wisdom to point in the direction of growth for these people. You become the teacher. Your downfall turned into your lesson, and that lesson is now what you teach. Devil, Capricorn, you teach people of these learnt behaviors. You show them how they don't work anymore. This is where you find victory. 6 of Wands, you will be raised above the rest. This will lead full abundance. The World, 9 of Pentacles. Abundance isn't always just money. To me, abundance is a sense of self. It's just a feeling of contentment. The material aspects of abundance are just the added bonuses of it all. But Cancer, you've always known what needed to be fixed. You just succumbed to it for a very long time. Gemini, Lovers. These are the two polarities, one being negative, one being positive, in this reading for me. And this is you balancing those polarities in yourself in order to give back. You just always wanted someone to give back in a way that you gave, and it just never happened. It's because you were never giving yourself enough. So you being overgiven of yourself just turned into failed attempts in more recent days, more recent years. You gave when you had nothing left to give. Two of Cups, Cancer energy, water energy. This is you finally giving back to yourself. Ah, perfect. 9 of Cups. This is what you're working towards. Emotional fulfillment within yourself. This is where we need to get to now. 5 of Cups. We're leaving all these disappointments, these sense of being victimized and all this stuff behind now. It's just been to your detriment. The Star. And that's where it's going to lead to. Cancer, you know what to do. I don't want to keep telling you the same message. You know what to do. So it's just time to do that. Alright guys, I'll talk to you next time. Take care.